Hello everybody, Resonance here with a special Gen 7 tournament commentary while I work on Sword and Shield. These battles are truly awesome, showcasing some very creative teams on both sides. Expect some helpful in-depth analysis, and after this, I have a series of tutorials on competitive Pokemon linked here. The goal is to showcase two matches, the semifinals, and then how I work together with this subscriber on team building and strategy to maximize his chances at hopefully winning the grand finals. So one of my longtime viewers approached me to ask for some help with team building for the grand finals of an upcoming draft tournament that he was participating in. His original team building partner was also competing, so I was happy to help instead. Before we start the battle, I really want to go over the preparation phase, the previous team, and the final team that I helped create based off his solid drafting skills. If you'd like to support the channel, besides leaving a like and a comment, which I really appreciate, I also have a Patreon where I offer a wide variety of Pokemon workshops just like this one. There's also the added benefit of keeping the channels funded, so thank you so much. Let's start by briefly looking at the two draft pools and the two original teams. After that, we'll go over the first match, and then the most important part, what I did to fix the team and what we can learn from that as players. You can find timestamps for each section on the screen and in the description. In the first round, my subscriber had a Mungus instead of Haxorus, and our opponent had a Xatu instead of Pangoro. Looking at our subscriber's pool, I'd say he built a really well-balanced roster of 6, so serious kudos to him on the choices. There are certainly a few other viable options that I can show on the screen, but the original draft picks are very solid. The team, though, needed a bit of work. I asked him about the thought process behind the original team, and he explained that his opponent had a bunch of very strong special attackers in the pool, such as Mega Alakazam and Volcanion. In fact, almost all of them are special attackers. So the original team had 3 Assault Vests slapped on it like some flex tape, which while not optimal, was certainly a clever idea. Assault Vest is a held item that boosts the holder's special defense by 50%, but then they can only use attacking moves. For bulky Pokemon that don't rely on status moves, this is usually an acceptable trade-off, and plenty of Pokemon can use the item viably, particularly this Alolan-Muk, or the opposing Goodra. It's just running 3 of them has the downside of forcing all of our utility moves onto the other 3 Pokemon. And also, as I'll show in the next section, there are some better, very clever ways to deal with that kind of lopsided enemy team. In my Pokemon team building tutorial, I show the importance of variety in held items and spreading out a few status moves among your team. However, keeping one Assault Vest user is certainly a great idea here. I'll go over the rest of the team during the first battle to save time, but remember, the real gem is the preparation phase after it, and then of course, the second battle, the rematch for the grand finals. First though, we have to watch Battle 1 to get some valuable context. Into round 1. Okay, let's see what both sides lead with. It's going to be Alakazam for Captain Brock and Landorus for Fractalis. This is kind of bad because Mega Alakazam can trace that Intimidate, cutting Landorus' attack stat. And we'll see what he goes for. Is that Hidden Power Ice? Oh my goodness! But he lives! He lives because of the Assault Vest! That's crazy. That's what makes these draft battles so entertaining. He actually lives that. Are you kidding me? 4 times super effective from what? Base 175 special attack? Okay, so Alolan-Muk comes out. This is a good opportunity to Pursuit Trap the Alakazam, and yes, Fractalis goes for it, so well played, well played. He catches the Alakazam. It is taken out by Pursuit as it is withdrawn, and we'll see what Brock sends out now. He's gonna go out into Empoleon. Okay. Empoleon is in here to set up Stealth Rocks. If I was Fractalis, I'd probably go for a knockoff here and just remove whatever held item is, probably leftovers. Okay, it is leftovers, and that's a lot of damage because we are adamant, if I do recall. Alright, Brock withdraws out into Steelix, his defensive wall. Should be able to eat up whatever hit Fractalis goes for. But Fractalis also switches himself into Landorus, which is a great play. Gets the Intimidate off onto Steelix, cutting its attack stat. And then he goes for Earthquake here. He's got the advantage, dealing a whopping 58%, but aren't we max attack or something like that? Anyway, that's a lot of damage, even for something that has 200 base defense. So this means, at least to me, that Brock probably has to switch out here. That was a really good switch out into Landorus by Fractalis there. trying to get the most use out of it, even though it's like so low in HP. He goes for Earthquake again, but Brock gets the nice prediction there. Goes into Zapdos, who is of course immune to it because Zapdos is part Flying type, and manages to take out Landorus. So Landorus is down. Let's see who Fractalis sends out next. Maybe Altaria. It's gonna actually be Hoopa. Alright, interesting, interesting. We shall see what he does. Thunderbolt comes out. We eat that up because once again we get Assault Vest. Oh no, but we have Physical Attacker though. Oh, that's unfortunate because that's gonna make it. I mean, most Zapdoses are physically defensive in some form. Is he slower? It's really interesting. 1 second. I gotta check this stuff. I feel like Zapdos. Okay, he's base 100 speed, right? We're base 80. Oh no, this is why. I think this is why Zapdoses run, like some of them run like just a little bit of speed investment. I've seen like 20 points. Because that should make you just barely faster than like Adamant or Modest base 80 speed Pokemon. So that's really interesting here. That's why that Zapdos is slightly faster. Is that Expert Belt? Alright, I've seen all sorts of interesting things today. Okay, well this looks like it's going to be kind of a rough exchange, but Fractalis is doing quite a bit of damage here. And being Assault Vest, he's just eating it up. All he needs to do is just use that Headbutt again, and then Zapdos is down. He goes for Drain Punch. Oh, but it doesn't kill. Oh, that sucks. He's going to actually take an extra turn of chip damage because of that. Yeah, he's going to eat another Heat Wave. Should have been Thunderbolt, but I think Brock just was trying to fodder off his Zapdos. Goes for another Drain Punch, and this time he gets the Static Paralysis. That kind of sucks, but after, what, 4 hits with a 30% chance for Static to proc, that's pretty much expected. Serena comes out here, so I'm expecting, like, the high jump kick sweep. So let's just take a moment here and talk some strategy. I mean, I gotta wonder, like, was Hoopa the best answer to Zapdos? Because, like, some of them are Rocky Helmet, and all of them are static. Being a physical Hoopa doesn't really make it a good check to Zapdos, which is usually physically defensive. This is one of the reasons why, in the next battle, I recommend that he switches Hoopa to a special attacker. He didn't really have a good answer to Zapdos besides maybe Altaria? Okay, well, with Hoopa paralyzed, it's now slower than everything. And let's think about what Captain Brock can do here. He goes with Serena, and I would probably go for high jump kick, but Serena I feel like just lets in Altaria no matter what. So we'll see what happens here. But alright, he withdraws into Ferrothorn. Man, okay, that is that's ballsy, but it paid off, so it was a really good play by Fractalis. He withdrew into his Ferrothorn to get some nice Iron Barbs chip off on Serena, and Serena did not go for the high jump kick. I mean, with the paralysis on Hoopa, high jump kick, I mean, it doesn't sweep yet. It only sweeps once Altaria is dead. But once you get to a certain level in Pokemon, you gotta start thinking about your win conditions. It gets really complicated, but that's why I'm here to try and break it down step by step. So anyway, I'd watch out for Serena, as since it's faster than everything except Altaria, like once Altaria goes down, that's a high jump kick sweep. Gotta watch out for that. I still would have gone for HJK anyway, because I feel like everything Serena does lets in Altaria, but this is really good for Fractalis. So, I think this is just an opportunity for Fractalis to go for Stealth Rocks of his own. We'll see if he does. He's probably gonna go for Rocks. Yeah, it's much better to go for Rocks than Leech Seed there, especially because Goodra comes in from Captain Brock. Okay, this is when Goodra probably goes for a Fire-type attack, but, as we all know, well, or if anyone's new here, you might not know, I run Goodra on, like, literally all of my teams. It's in all my Wi-Fi battle analysis videos, except for, I think, like, one. I love Goodra. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. So here's the thing. We all know that Flamethrower does, like, a ton to Ferrothorn, if not just KO it, or Fire Blast, whichever one he's running. Or, I mean, honestly, I would have gone for Ice Beam, because Ice Beam hits everything on this team for decent damage. It does nothing to Snorlax, but that's fine. Neither does Flamethrower, if this thing was Thick Fat. Apparently it's immunity. I think I recommend that he switch to Thick Fat anyway. I would have gone for Ice Beam, because, like, The Flamethrower, I feel, is so obvious, or the Fire Blast is so obvious. Because, I mean, it's Ferrothorn, he's 4 times weak to it. That if you go for Ice Beam, Altaria just dies. And I know that Ice Beam can do up to, like, somewhere in the, like, high 50s to 65% of Mega Altaria. And it just blows up Mega Altaria. I know this just because I use Goodra all the time. So I want to see an Ice Beam here. Yeah, because he's going to take Stealth Rock damage. We'll see. He goes for Flamethrower. I mean, that's fair, though, because that is the safe play. That is the safe play. But the reason I brought up that Ice Beam calc earlier is because, like, I know Ice Beam kills here. So now we're in an interesting situation. A very interesting situation. Because Fractalus... Get that thing to go away. Okay, Fractalus can just one-shot this Goodra. Pixelate is the ability that Mega Altaria has. It makes its normal type moves become fairy type and they get a 20% boost in power. And, you know, whether or not it's double edge return, facade, or whatever this Altaria is running as its normal type attack, does 100% to Goodra. It doesn't matter what Goodra set you are. But at the same time, you do risk dying to an Ice Beam here. And that's assuming that your Mega Altaria has like a little bit of HP investment, which this one doesn't. So that's like a guaranteed Oko. Now if you're Captain Brock, I mean, you could go into Steelix here, right? And Steelix can just, you know, heavy slam this thing, and not all Mega Altarias run Earthquake, but quite a few do. It's a decent chance. Or do you just stay in with Goodra? Like, how much does he really need this to win? I mean, Captain Brock's win condition here actually is just somehow to remove Mega Altaria at all costs. There's always a chance it's a special Mega Altaria, you never know. Remove this at all costs. Sweep with high jump kick. I don't actually think he has high jump kick, because now that I think about it, if he had high jump kick, wouldn't he have used it earlier? When he used Trop Kick? He must not have it, so... well, we'll see. Anyway, I would just probably take out this Goodra immediately. One thing, though, that we do have to watch out for is whether or not this Goodra is Scarfed. Quite a few people run Choice Scarf, and when I look at Captain Brock's team, it's a little... I mean, he's got Mega Alakazam, which is really fast. It's like base 150 speed or something ridiculous. But he doesn't have a dedicated Choice Scarf user on there, at least that I can see. And Scarf Goodra is pretty good. And if this is Scarf Goodra, then you do... well, normally you would just die, but if this is Scarf Goodra, he's locked in the Flamethrower. So that's like a free Dragon Dance or something like that. And I feel like Fractalus might be operating under that assumption. But we'll see. It goes for Heal Bell. Oh no! Oh no, he goes for Heal Bell because he knows that Hoopa is slower than everything on the opposing team, but... I mean... I don't... oh no, Brock is not actually... he's not Scarf! Oh no, and he goes for Ice Beam. That actually sucks. Oh, that actually sucks so much. I should have just went for the double edge. Crap, that feels terrible. Okay, Dragon Pulse comes out from Goodra. I guess this Goodra then is Assault Vest. I mean, we'll see here as the knockoff presumably comes out. Is that Assault Vest? Does that crit really matters? Yeah, it is Assault Vest Goodra. Okay. It's Gumshoe. Good old Gumshoe. Always pulling through. Not all Goodras run Ice Beam either, but I love Ice Beam on Goodra. Shadow Sneak doesn't kill, which sucks. He's going to take a little bit of extra chip, but it doesn't really matter because he is slower, so he'd take the chip anyway. This is really bad. Now that Altaria is dead... oh, I mean, it's still 4-4. Snorlax could still do something, and Hoopa is faster than everything on the opposing team, so... Serena comes out... what's it gonna do, like, knock off or something like that? He actually does have high jump kick, what? Oh man, he's been saving that the whole time! I assume Fractalus was really afraid of that, and I'm surprised that Captain Brock did not go for that earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that is the end of the first game. Oh, nope, never mind. That was, wait, what? Okay, hold up. I was gonna say, that's sick. He went for the Protect, predicting the high jump kick, which was a really good play. Like, a really good play, because then the high jump kick would do nothing, and then Serena would take so much recoil damage, and then Fractalis has a chance of revenge killing this thing with either Hoopa or Snorlax. But he goes for laser focus? I haven't seen laser focus since that one life that MP did with Zeb's strike up. What? Laser focus guarantees that your next attack is a critical hit. What? Yo, that means the high jump kick's actually going to OHKO this Ferrothorn. And he can't protect again because he's got 50% chance of failing, and that's some heat tech, dude. Laser focus Serena? Oh man, that's gotta sting. That's gotta sting. Alright, Star Platinum comes out. Should be faster. He goes for Zen Headbutt. Oh, but he misses! That is so unlucky. My sincerest apologies, dude. I mean, it happens to the best of us. That's Pokemon. I mean, like, the thing is there were ways to prevent that situation from happening, where the entire game just kind of hinges on that Zen Headbutt actually landing. But even then, I feel like he still probably would have lost if that Zen Headbutt hit, but that definitely seals the deal. So really, it's just about trying to put yourself in the type of situation earlier where, like, Altaria could have taken out that Goodra if we wanted to play a little bit safer. But I think he thought that Captain Brock would switch and was probably choice locked into Flamethrower or something like that. And not all of them run Ice Beam. So, good play on Brock's part, and that laser focus, like, what? Oh my god. Because here's the thing, I don't think Snorlax can actually kill Serena here. But it totally could have if he got that extra chip off, because of the high jump kick actually missing and doing the recoil damage. And oh, okay, so that's why running Z Stockpile on Snorlax, because you can also go for Breakneck Blitz. That's kind of interesting. I like that. Ah, see, that would have killed him too if he didn't have the laser focus and actually missed the high jump kick. Oh my god. And here comes the laser focus. Oh my god, he's Fightinium Z laser focus? That's some crazy tech from Captain Brock, and that's a lot of spectators leaving the game. This is a bigger event than I thought, jeez. But yo, that's crazy! Then again, like, besides Mega Altaria, nothing, and I guess Landorus, I mean, Brock did a really good job of eliminating those threats. That is some heat tech. Like, nothing wants to take a guaranteed critical hit. High jump kick. Z high jump kick. Really interesting set and really interesting game. Well played on both sides. Zen Headbutt miss. It's unfortunate, but like I said, and we try and avoid those type of situations. Let's see what we can do though with Fractalis' team. Oh, I get it now. The laser focus. The crits ignore the boost from Curse and Z Stockpile and any boosting. And Intimidate. That's actually amazing. So alas, the first battle didn't go exactly as planned, but we have to give credit to both Fractalis and Captain Brock for playing well. This is where I come in though. Fractalis asked if I could help, and as my thanks for him being such a positive, consistent presence in my streams and videos, since I had the time, I happily obliged. Now after spending a few hours tossing ideas back and forth, doing plenty of damage calcs for each matchup we saw in the previous battle, theory crafting team ideas, how the opposing team might change, and using every bit of knowledge in my Pokedex of ahead, I suggested a couple drastic and a couple very subtle changes to the base team that he had used before. I put my everything into this one, and hopefully it shows. The idea is that whenever I help anyone, I always work with the player to keep the soul of their team intact, everything they love about it, while optimizing the rest to ensure great results. With a few simple tricks, doctors hate them. For example, this subscriber had a few requests, such as keeping Double Edge on Altaria, which I made sure to work around, and it actually did pay off. Since I liked all of his original draft choices and wanted to preserve the soul of the team, I felt like the best way to handle this would be mixing up our movesets, held items, and in-game strategy. Remembering the first battle for a moment, Recall that on turn 1, our opponent led with Mega Alakazam, which is a pretty safe lead for him, since it can trace Intimidate from Landorus, which is also a pretty common lead. I had a feeling that neither team would change that much, and that Mega Alakazam was just as safe as it was before. So to tech for that, I switched our Landorus to a Choice Scarf variant with just enough speed investment to always outspeed max speed Mega Alakazam. Now on turn 1, instead of us just eating a Hidden Power Ice, instead, Captain Brock should first eat a U-turn for around 60%, and then our Landorus can escape into Alolan-Muk and Pursuit Trap the Alakazam, and basically take no damage. That would be amazing. Of course, though, that's just the dream scenario. We can't plan for exactly that. But having Landorus be Scarfed means we outspeed everything he can have, barring something like Scarfed Zapdos, which would be hilarious. And I wouldn't exactly expect that, because last game we didn't have a Choice Scarf user at all on our team, and our team is pretty slow anyway. This brings me to the first overall major change to the team, which was optimizing each of the EV spreads except for Snorlax, since I know he prefers that spread, and that spread works fine, and the Ferrothorn one was also fine. The rest have some heat tech. Mega Altaria runs exactly 192 speed to outspeed max invested 70 base speed Pokemon with attack boosting natures, and outspeed 60 base speed Pokemon with speed boosting natures. We don't need any more speed than that, unless we want Altaria to be faster than Serena, which has an obnoxious 72 base, but it's not like it can touch us anyway, and we prefer the firepower. Importantly, this ensures that we are always faster than Empoleon and Pangoro, barring any Scarf shenanigans, which is all we need, and still have, again, the most attack. Oh yeah, and we outspeed everything in his team after one Dragon Dance. I think I forgot to mention that. The rest gets dumped into HP, which is really useful for some added bulk and extra necessary because you really want it to keep Double Edge, so I suggested that we add Roost. As a concession though, I wanted to make sure that either Mega Altaria or Snorlax ran Earthquake. That way we made sure that the Empoleon and Steelix matchups don't end up walling us. I don't know if it's just because my allergies are really bad or if my mic is dying, but anyway. The other EV spread changes are giving Landorus, like I said, just barely enough speed to outspeed anything that our opponent can run. Hoopa with 224 special attack is enough. I did the damage calcs, and after a nasty plot, Z Focus Blast almost always one-shots Chansey, especially after Stealth Rock damage, and there was always a chance that Brock did bring Chansey into his roster. The point of having 32 HP EVs though is delightfully devilish, Seymour. It's to guarantee that we can take 2 Focus Blasts from Mega Alakazam as long as we're at full health, and that's extremely relevant here since I was certain that Captain Brock would bring Mega Zam again. It's so powerful. Lastly, I changed the 252 HP on Alolan-Muk to 252 special defense to really maximize the bulk from Assault Vest, and that motorcycle you can probably hear in the background, because remember, it's a percentage-based boost. With our Landorus now having some physical bulk, us having a Ferrothorn, and a mixed defensive Snorlax, I think it's better to have Muk really focus on being a special wall. You'll see in the battle it makes a big difference, and can still take the occasional physical attack too. I also made some moveset changes. Like I said, Roost to better accommodate Mega Altaria's requested Double Edge, to heal off the recoil damage. Keeping Heal Bell to deal with the Toxic Spam sounded good to me, as well as any stray static procs. I wanted to move Defog off it though to Landorus, giving us a faster, almost guaranteed Defog, and freeing up room for either Earthquake or Roost on Altaria. I wanted us to put Earthquake on either Altaria or Snorlax to make sure that we had a way to deal with Steelix and Empoleon. In addition, since Fractalis rightfully feared the potential Quagsire pick from Captain Brock, I recommended Power Whip on Ferrothorn. After all, unfortunately Protect didn't work last time. Laser Focus! I'll never get over that. That's actually incredible. Lastly, as much as I love Z Stockpile or Z Breakneck Blitz, if you watch any of my battles, you know I live for those weird off-meta sets, and this one is pretty good. I still felt that we had to move the Z move to Hoopa, not just for the mix-ups, but also to give us a second sweeper, another late game win condition wall breaker. I also wanted to mention that the thing is with 224 special attack. With a nasty plot, Dark Pulse also kills physically defensive Zapdos. I really spent a long time in the lab on this one. This team is devious. Now, I mentioned that we wanted another late game win condition and wall breaker. Altaria alone doesn't have the coverage with this set to clean up late game, and Snorlax is too slow to be our only win condition, although it would be amazing if it did end up being the win condition. So to keep the flavor of his original Snorlax set, it's still Cursed Rest with Facade, but it's even better now that it has leftovers for passive recovery. And I think we put Thick Bout in it as well, although I have to double check on that one. This frees up our Hoopa to blast through one of Captain Brock's many obnoxious walls, or snag a KO for momentum. I know we can slug it out late game and win, as long as Hoopa can take out a threat. Now there's a lot more that went on in our several-hour conversation and during my internal tests, but I think that about covers the general thought process here. To quote Ace Detective Luke Atme, "All that's left is for the dance to begin." Let's see how much of a difference my coaching and team building improvements made in the hands of an already solid player. Remember that a good set of tools is only useful if you are skilled enough to wield them. And now, hopefully he has both the tools he needs and the strategy insight as well. GLHF. Alright, into Game 2, the grand finals of this draft tournament. I'm super excited for this, and once again, the Landorus lead comes out for Fractalis, and here comes the Alakazam lead, exactly as planned. Oh man, it's a repeat of Game 1, he's gonna trace the Intimidate. Oh, but Captain Brock is in for Rude Awakening, the Res Surprise. I mean, it's not like Scarf Landorus is that uncommon, but the thing is, this is all about the conditioning from last game. He's faster now, and Brock's like, what? Because we run just barely enough speed for that. And now, it's literally a repeat of Game 1, except it's so much worse for Brock, because he didn't get to do any damage to Landorus. Please tell me it's Hidden Power Ice incoming. Oh man, you can't fool Fractalis twice, you can't fool me twice. And now, the Pursuit, right? Oh no, what's he gonna go for? Seismic Toss, that is some interesting tech, man. Captain Brock always bringing the sauce. Yeah, he stays in and Seismic Tosses, while Fractalis goes for Pursuit. Alright. I mean, the Seismic Toss can chip away at... honestly, I'm not exactly sure what the Seismic Toss is for. Pangoro comes out, so Pangoro is the one new Pokemon on Captain Brock's team. He ended up replacing Goodra with that, which I think is interesting. Both can work here. Well, let's see what happens. I would withdraw. Yeah, he's going to go out into Landorus, and this time Landorus is a full HP, which is fantastic. Get the Intimidate off. Wonder if Pangoro will just Parting Shot out there. Oh, he goes for Ice Punch and gets the prediction! Brock is sick! Oh my god! Wow! He went for Ice Punch! Well played, man! Alright, well here comes Altaria, and remember, we fixed this Altaria. I was doing damage calcs, I was trying to make his set work, and let's see if it actually does. Now, the thing is here though, he just goes for Double Edge. I actually did calc this for him before the match starts, and this is my Double Edge on Mega Altaria. I mean, it's an interesting tech, but it just doesn't do enough more damage to justify the recoil, but at least he's got Roost now, so he's going to withdraw, which is smart. It's a bit of damage, but this thing's just going to recover it off with the leftovers. Flash Cannon comes out, does literally nothing. Ooh, Flash Cannon. Yeah, Flash Cannon would have done a decent amount to Mega Altaria. So this is a good opportunity, I think, for Hidden Power Fire Empoleon? You gotta be kidding me. Captain Brock is Flames. This is young CTC up in here. What is this? Hidden Power Fire Empoleon. Hidden Power Ice Mega Alakazam. This guy's breaking the game. Oh, and the Leech Seed misses. The Leech Seed misses. That is unfortunate for Fractalis. Well, we'll see what he does now. I mean, you gotta withdraw from Empoleon. Hopefully you go into Snorlax. forget, we give Snorlax Thick Fat or is it still immunity? He goes into Hoopa, that's fine. I mean, Hoopa's not AV anymore, and Brock, once again, he makes a great prediction here, knowing that Ferrothorn is literally forced to switch out, just has to. And goes for Stealth Rock for free, dealing a little bit of Rock type damage on entry to any of Fractalis' Pokemon to switch in. He goes into Pangoro. This is an opportunity, I think, for Fractalis, he has to go for Nasty Plot on the predicted switch, because we know that Hoopa is faster and threatens that out, and he's gonna go for the Fightinium Z, which will obliterate Pangoro regardless of what set it is, instantly deleting it exactly as planned, just like we went over on Discord. That is so great to see. Pangoro is down. Hoopa breaking holes in the enemy team, and now Zapdos is out. Is Fractalis gonna stay in? Oh, that's Z Zapdos. Z what? Gigavolt Havoc? I think we live that. We do live that. Nice, nice. Yeah, I feel like in this case you just stay in and try and do as much damage as possible, because Dark Pulse... I also ran that calc too. That +2 Dark Pulse does one-shot physically defensive Zapdos. So man, this Hoopa set is coming in hot. I knew that this would be a huge addition to the team. And now Empoleon comes in, which does die to the +2 Focus Blast. I also calc that, but the Focus Blast of course misses. But it's okay. It's okay, it's Focus Blast. We don't want to miss, we run Hidden Power Fighting. You know what they say. And also, I mean, everything's been going our way so far here. He definitely didn't need that Focus Blast to hit. But man, if it did, that was the sweep on the spot. Oh, jeez. Yeah, because I mean, Captain Brock's team's just so slow outside of Mega Alakazam, which got bodied immediately. Crit Special Defense Drop Flash Cannon. I don't think enough RNG can bring this back for Captain Brock, because Fractalis' team is too fire. After all that time spent on the workshop, look at the difference here. Look at the difference. Crit Shadow Sneak, that did literally nothing. I mean, I think he's just trying to sack another crit? What? I think he's just trying to sack his Muk, which is fair, but, you know, Brock won't let him. Alright, Brock goes out into Serena, which is honestly kind of risky. Goes for Shadows. Ooh! Ooh, but Captain Brock, once again with the crazy predictions. So here, like, Brock is playing out of his mind. Out of his mind. But our team is too strong. It is too strong. So I don't think Brock can do it, but Queenly Majesty makes it so that you're immune to priority moves. So he... Imagine if we went for knockoff or something. Damn. What a good play. The opposing Serena goes for knockoff, takes out the Muk 3-3. Ooh, but that's 72 base speed. So Serena is faster. It's just Serena doesn't have anything that can actually deal with Mega Altaria. So is it going to be a Dragon Dance here? Or are we going to see a double switch into Snorlax? It's going to be a Dragon Dance. Alright. Oh, he didn't put Earthquake on the Altaria. See, this is one of the situations that I did envision, but I do know that Double Edge does about like 25% to Steelix, and it looks like the Steelix doesn't have any... Oh my god, that Gyro Ball. I was gonna say, it doesn't look like the Steelix is leftovers for some reason. And Captain Brock never ceases to throw surprises at me. What? Goes for Gyro Ball, and it just deletes Mega Altaria. Ah, it's a shame. Now, Earthquake probably wouldn't have killed, and by probably I mean, I don't think it kills. I honestly don't have the calc for that right in front of me, but I might as well just double check it. I gotta check. Alright, Steelix. Would Earthquake kill is the question. No. No, it would not. Well, this game, it's still... Wait a minute. I was gonna say, it's still anyone's game. But when I was talking to Fractalis, when we were in the lab, I said, look, we're either giving Earthquake to Mega Altaria, so that way you have something to deal with Steelix, or we're giving Earthquake to Snorlax. With the leftovers on this, I think we can win this battle. It's such a cursed battle right now. Both players setting up. Ooh. Another curse. I mean, I wonder who's gonna break first. They're both just setting up curses. I mean, this is the play. You can't go into Ferrothorn here. I mean, you could. You could go into Ferrothorn and set up a Leech Seed, right? and then go into Snorlax. But then you lose the Curse War, and Fractalis knows from the previous game that Captain Brock Steelix carries Curse. That was one of the things we have to remember from Game 1. Now, he could have changed it, just like how I suggested changes to literally every Pokemon on Fractalis' team. So it's possible this one changed a bit too. And it looks like he's Light Orb, which is awesome. The Earthquake comes out, doing absolutely nothing to the world. Meanwhile, so here's the thing, that Leftovers recovery of Ruru Z Crystal, and I really do love Normalium Z Snorlax. But look at this. We are going to end up actually beating this Steelix. Crunch. Alright. But alas, it's not going to be enough. Yeah, another Earthquake comes out. +3 defense? I just don't think Empoleon can do enough damage here, and that's also why we put Earthquake on this. Because Earthquake also checks Empoleon, and it checks Steelix. Knockoff comes out here from Serena. I feel like he wanted to go for high jump kick, but it just wouldn't kill with +3 defense. And oh man, if he was Fightinium Z, I wonder if that would have killed. But still, +3 defense? I mean, it's tough. He goes for Knockoff, removing the Leftovers, goes out into Empoleon. This is one hope that for some reason, I was going to say like Flash Cannon crits or whatever, but it does not. And look at that difference. Congratulations to Fractalis. GG, well played on both sides between Fractalis and Captain Brock. What a game, and what a reversal. Did you guys see the start of that battle? I can't even tell you how satisfying it is to see, like, just how far we've come and how much of a difference that makes. The start of the battle played out exactly how I hoped it would. And even though Brock throwing in some crazy tech in the midst of it, Fractalis, he kept his cool, he played well, and he pulled it out in the end. And he wins. Nice. GG, well played on both sides. Really hope you guys enjoyed that battle. I really hope that everyone had fun watching this competitive Pokemon coaching session. If you found it useful or entertaining, please do let me know in the comments, and consider sharing it around. You can also subscribe and enable notifications for more content in a similar style. I'm always interested in your feedback and hearing what types of videos you'd like to see from me next. You can find links to more Showdown lives and Wi-Fi battles in the video description below, and at the end of the video. There are also plenty of Pokemon tutorials on my channel. More to come? And as always, your support means a lot to me, especially on Patreon. This was one of my more elaborate Patreon projects, as you can tell, and I couldn't be happier with the results. There's plenty more Pokemon on the way, content for Sword and Shield, indie games, strategy games, Nintendo, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. GG, well played, and congrats on the win! By the time this video is finished, Pokemon Sword and Shield should be out, so let me know in the comments what types of videos that you'd like to see from me next. You can follow my social media pages for thoughts and updates, and I'd love to have you at my Twitch streams, where I'll be doing plenty of Sword and Shield. I really appreciate the support.